Respected sadhakas, let us join together in our study, in which first let us invoke the grace of all the Gurus, Paramatma, to be with us, to bless us with the best to happen. As we are going through our regular study of Shastra, now we have to come to the next step of understanding that whatever we are doing, whether it is listening in the class, whether it is doing mananam, chintanam, whether we are doing the meditation, all these things, little more in depth, in intensity, means in our own application, we have to start doing to go into the crux of it or root of it or the essence of it. That means if I am studying the Upanishad, the Upanishadic study can be very superficial also, little sincere also, can be serious also, very, very serious also. That at every cost and price and sacrifice, I am going to study it and understand it. So that feeling inside should come in us while studying Shastra. So to any of the other sadhanas I do, let us say Upasana, I should do Upasana in such a manner that really I must see the presence of Lord in the Upasya Murti is there. And it should compel that Upasya Devata to bless us with whatever the Sankalpa we are doing the Upasana. In the same way, if we are involving in the most beautiful sadhana of tapasya, of japa, of bringing the mana to ekagrata, that also can be done very mechanically, routinely, superficially, keeping a time, keeping an account, doing it and leaving it, feeling a satisfaction that we have done. That thing what is what we were doing so long, so we have found that that also is not so helpful. Unless in that also we fully apply ourselves and go into the base of that sadhana as given to us by the rishis ki why and how that has to be done with that clarity, doing at that level. When we do very certainly that upasana or that japa or that study of shastra, they start helping us. All that calls for something different. The other thing, what is the other thing it calls for is a total spiritual self as the goal and the urge as well as the urgency to reach that goal. Unless that urgent urgency of spiritual goal reaching very soon is not there in us, then our all spiritual sadhanas will be as simple or as lighter or as delaying or as what you say without much of application as we have now. So that urge and urgency. I must have the experience of the truth, and that must be in this very life very soon. And this will happen again when we have another faculty called as Vairagya, Para and Apara toward this world in which we are involved. If through Viveka, the life which we are living is empty, if this understanding has not come, then through Vairagya, if you don't say that this life is enough of it, no more I want to involve in it, from the deep depth of our heart, that we cannot get out of that thing. Unless we get out of that worldliness, how can we apply our faculties, our antakarana, solely, purely, exclusively for spirituality, which is very essential. So, with all our goodness, with all our honesty, with all our sincerity, we also have to have the maturity of these understandings. Anywhere, if we lack, then our progress is stagnant. If I don't have viveka, then I will never think about what I am doing is greater or not. Can something greater be done? On everyday basis, on every hour basis, at higher level, at every moment basis. I have to have the Viveka Shakti to think what I am doing. Is it worthy? Is it leading me to the greater thing or not? Either that way we do, or in advance only we think and plan to do only those things which are evolving us in spirituality and stick to that planning. Like we stuck to the planning of morning and evening classes. Good. Either this way and also other one, what am I doing? That question. Moment to moment, the mind will pull us away from the Lord to the world. Moment to moment, we have to bring it back. यतो यतो निश्चरति मनः चञ्चलमस्थिरं ततस्ततो नियम्यैतत् आत्मनि एव वशं नयेत्. Gita 6th chapter, Bhagwan's instruction. Though it was for on the seat of meditation, but much before going on to meditational seat, even on the waking plane while being in the world, we have to learn this art. Else, what happens? With all our study twice a day, keep being done very continuously, still we'll be sucked into the black hole of the worldliness only. लगता है भागवत शास्त्र सुन रहे हैं, उपनिषद सुन रहे हैं, बट देखा जाए जिंदगी तो उसी दलदल में है, उसी वही में दस रहे हैं. So therefore, that in need of viveka. If the viveka is thorough, it should be followed by vairagya. It should be followed means that it will not follow. We have to follow. Once I understood what I am doing is not great, then I must have the guts to leave that, reduce that slowly, slowly. And in spirituality, the problem is even small little thing also we can't take it for granted. That it dilutes it, it minimizes our intensity of sadhana. So therefore पक्का होना चाहिए, या विवेक में कहो या वैराग्य में कहो. Then only therefore what is the thing to be achieved? Greatest. Today it will be told in our Patanjali Yoga Darshanam, if you can reach to that. These topics are very sweetly covered. Very simple, very, very simple, but very beautiful. Then, in that greater goal understood and chosen, are we clear about sadhana and how intense we are, how involved we are, how committed we are, how much we are pouring ourselves into it completely. If this pouring ourselves into it completely is not there, like a grahastha or family wanted to do, let us say, one havan, let us say the Ganesha Homa. So Panditji came seated. Now all guests also are called. Now he is the Yajamana. If he is not fully pouring himself into the Yajna Kriya as guided by the Panditji there, and only getting distracted with every guest coming, is it not? Then will that be a satisfactory Yajna to the Lord, to the Panditji as well as to Yajaman? Where our attention is only on to the who have come, who have not come, and the things are there or not. पहले ensure करना चाहिए. If we don't pour ourselves into the yajna while doing so, everything which is secondary has been done correctly, but the main primary thing only, we will be missing it. In the same way, in spirituality also, we have to pour ourselves into it so much that we are not available for anything. Otherwise, the Maya is so powerful, the mind is so powerful. उस माया और मन को ना एक हल्का सा एक रस्सी चाहिए, बस एक मौका चाहिए, एक छिद्र चाहिए, little bit. That is enough that they involve Maya and mind will come and they take us away. Like for the terrorists, little chance is given, they do the bombing and all. Very terrible it is. थोड़ा मौका मिल जाए, they are all in the talash of that मौके का. Same way, the mind and Maya are in the talash of the moka. And what is the chance for them, opportunity for them? We are not pouring ourselves fully into the evolving, spiritually evolving sadhanas. All of them श्रवणम मननम निधिध्यासनम चिंतनम स्वाध्यायम पारायणम, इसमें इतना हमको अपने आप को डालना है कि हम अपने आप के ही होश नहीं रखते हैं. Understand? We should not be aware of our own individuality. To that extent, we have to involve in the sadhanas to be done, which are thoroughly understood and well planned, and the guidance is taken from the Guru and Shastra. पक्का साधना only हम कर रहे हैं, और उसमें इतना power करना है. Because if I am available, then my body will be available, then the senses available, then the objects are available, then the laziness is available. All this put together is Maya, na? Which is taking us away from divine. This is what the yogis, truly convinced ones, when they go away from the world and worldliness, in their own aloneness, in their own ekantata, that's what they do. Pouring themselves so much into that, they themselves are not available for themselves, therefore for anything or anybody else. That was the things which we see, that when that yogi is in his tapasya, that the Indra has sent all rains and thunders and windstorms and everything. Then he sends all variety of people with musics and dance, etc. to disturb. 99% get disturbed. 99. Only 1-2% are there, like that of great Bhagavan Shiva and all of them. So that key, they are so much pouring themselves into that they are not aware of the faculties. Therefore, they are not aware of all these disturbances, distractions that are coming. That is the greatest thing one can achieve and one must achieve in doing sadhanas. That alone invokes the blessings of the truth reality, that we are able to realize it. So, all of these things make one seeker more serious, sincere, more genuine, more matured. If these things are not minded, taken seriously, and we don't behave accordingly, we are like children. We can take the children to a very scientific movie and all. वो देखेगा सब, बट इसको कोई दिमाग में नहीं बैठेगा, उसे कोई फायदा नहीं होता. You take your child to an office, he is in the office with you morning till evening, but he doesn't know any of the things what's happening in the office. Same way, we may come to the classes as many days as we can, but we still remain in that immature state if these thinkings are not deliberately done, if these understandings are not gained, if we don't abide in these subtle understandings. This is a necessity. Just saying ki I am devotee of Guru, I am devotee of God, I do the Upasana, I am good, I am honest, I am pure, I am going to my classes regularly. All correct. Very good, but not sufficient. For all of these to yield us best results, all these understandings, these attitudes, this pouring ourselves into that is very, very necessary. In the other aspects of the life other than spirituality, there can be half-heartedness, there can be many things done at one time, because they all belong to one category of Maya, Mithya, Moha. तो एक दूसरे के दोस्त है वो. Like today we'll see yoga darshanam, gunas vrittis are those to each other, तो दोनों मिलाकर हमको डुबाते हैं. But in spirituality, we cannot mix up it with anything. We have to be completely involved in it. Then only the understanding aspect, conviction aspect, while involved in sadhana, that involvement happens. That alone leads to the anubhuti. No? Otherwise, we'll be just satisfied only that we have studied some Upanishads for some time. And just like Ishakena Kata Prashna Munda Mandukya, not even one shloka we remember. When this Taittiriya will be over in a week's time, ये भी हमको बाद में ऐसे उसी में गुमशुदा में चला जाएगा. Then we may take up the other Upanishad. So that also we'll study like that. Grace will come, but we need not do anything for grace other than our little upasana, prarthana. But we have to put our own efforts too. Then only the God will give us grace. How can it be logical? The When we are not putting our due efforts, we are distracted, we are lazy, that the Lord will bless such person. पागल है क्या भगवान? Lord loves the humanity, not is attached. Like the parents, more than love, they attach to children. Therefore, how much are stupid they are, wasting time, lazy, distracted. Still they go on taking care. That's how they destroy, their money gets destroyed, the children also get destroyed. Bhagwan is not like that. He loves, but he doesn't get attached to us. Therefore, with our distractions, with all our lazinesses, if you expect him to, Bhagwan bless karo, अरे बाबा तुमको सोने के लिए ब्लेसिंग थोड़ी देता हूँ मैं, तुमको डिस्ट्रैक्शन के लिए ब्लेसिंग थोड़ी देता मैं, तुमको साधना के लिए आई ब्लेस यू एंड दैट आई एम ऑलरेडी डूइंग इट, यू हैव टू मेक यूज ऑफ दोज ब्लेसिंग्स. Never imagine that Bhagavan endorses laziness or lethargy or extrovertedness or distractions. He will not like them. What is the meaning of it? He maintaining all these things, and we ask the Lord to bless us with the outer riches and inner rich spiritual sadhana. It won't happen. Even if He gives, we are not ready to receive because we are lost in the world. Just like class is going on, but people are lost in the world. Therefore, the class is not available to them. Rather, they are not available to class. So, in this way, continuous thinking as to what we are doing, what it is leading to, where we have to reach to, for that what to do, and in doing so, what are the intricate, subtle preparations we have to have, also the outer adjustments. ये सब मिलकर धीरे धीरे हमें एक संपूर्ण आध्यात्मिक साधक बनाता है. Let it take one life, two lives, three lives, but become a complete spiritual seeker and then enjoy first the doing of it. In that seeking, in that doing, every viveka, every vairag, every samadhamadi, that should be done fully well and enjoyed. When this way the sadhana is enjoyed, by being a sampurna sadhaka, even siddhi also, not only very far away, but also it is so beautiful, it will be so great. It's like ISRO landing Chandrayaan on the moon. What a joy it is. Anytime you remember, throughout life you'll be happy, especially those who are involved in the entire project. Every bandar, हजारों लोग every day, from last those 3 days, तीन चार तीन दिन हो गए. Every day we go through. कि some or the other company from any corner of the country, they write an article. We feel proud that we were also a part of this Chandrayaan mission, because we supplied a napkin for it to clean it. You understood? We have supplied this bolt or nut, and we have supplied this technology. You know, that lifelong that joy is there because of the glory of that achievement. Same way, the spiritual sadhana is a joy. In that, sacrifices are joys, the tapasyas are joys, and enjoying the progress, enjoying the reaching of the final. That should be our aim. That personality we have to become. We have to make ourselves. याद रखना, इमेजिन करना है एक पर्सनैलिटी को, हमें अपने आप को वैसा बनाना है. Spiritual personality. Then try, keep on doing, and we become that. You can see Puja Gurudev and all. They imagined their personality should be like this for the work chosen by them. Then they made themselves like that. And that's how the thing happened. So in our life also, this is how we have to grow. So let all these understandings be in our mind, intellect always, rather than unsolvable worries and problems of the world. Maybe in this way, struggle and really shine out brightly, brilliantly in the understanding, practice, and experience. Let us see today too our 6 classes of Taittiriya Upanishad with Bhashya Adhyanam, Yoga Darshanam with Vyasa Bhashya Adhyanam, Mundaka Upanishad with Shankara Bhashya Adhyanam, Gita, 11th chapter started, first sloka we saw. Every word I am explaining them. Madanugrahaya paramam guhyam adhyatma sangnitam tvaya uktah vachaha tenaya mama mohaha vigataha. So to Bhavapyo Bhutanam, today we'll touch the second. Good class we are having in Bhagavatam. Today we'll see a interesting episode of the Ashtamahishi of Krishna. How Krishna got married to him, them or they married him. And in each of those slokas, last one they say, to such Krishna, our total surrender, our total service, our total dedication. So beautiful to see that. We'll see it. Then we started yesterday Brahmadeva Stuti in Adhyatma Ramayanam. First two shlokas themselves were having so much content that we were only in that contemplation. Good, that great text we have chosen it. So that way, let us elaborate today too, only in involving our Shastra Adhyanam and understanding and conviction and sadhana and walk only in this path and in this track. No change of path or track. That's how let's make our day a celebration. Now let us do the chanting of क्या करना है chanting? तृतीया भृगुवल्ली ओम अथ तृतीया भृगुवल्ली ओम सहनाववतो सहनौ भुनक्तो सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ओम भृगुर्वै वारुणिः वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तस्मा एतत् प्रोवाच अन्नं प्राणं चक्षुश्रोत्रं मनोवाचमिति तगं होवाच यतो वा इमानि भूतानि जायन्ते येन जातानि जीवन्ति यत्प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्ति तद्विजिज्ञासस्व तद्ब्रह्मेति सतपोतप्यत सतपस्तप्त्वा अन्नं ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् अन्नाद्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते अन्नेन जातानि जीवन्ति अन्नं प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्तीति तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तगं होवाच तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व तपो ब्रह्मेति सतपोतप्यत सदपस्तप्त्वा प्राणो ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् प्राणाद्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते प्राणेन जातानि जीवन्ति प्राणं प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्तीति तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तगं होवाच तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व तपो ब्रह्मेति सतपोतप्यत सतपस्तप्त्वा मनो ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् मनसो ह्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते मनसा जातानि जीवन्ति मनः प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्तीति तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तगं होवाच तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व तपो ब्रह्मेति सतपोतप्यत सतपस्तप्त्वा ओम शांति शांति शांति. Remember, in our Om chanting, in our Sahanavatu chanting, in our Guru Mantras chanting, in our Upanishad chanting, in and through that, sadhana alone is involved. The sadhana of ekagrata, sadhana of increasing bhakti and shraddha and saranagati and prarthana, and the sadhana of trying to understand the meaning while chanting and lifting our mind's emotion if required, intellect's understanding to that level. Nothing is waste. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo ब्रह्मविद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ विदिताखिलशास्त्रसुधा जलधे महितोपनिषत्कथितार्थनिधे हृदये कलये विमलं चरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधि साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। ॐ परब्रह्मणे ब्रह्मणः समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। श्री वेदव्यास वैशम्पायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्मणः अनुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं तत्कृते कङ्कणबद्धानां दिग्विजयार्थं श्री कृष्णयजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः श्री आद्यशङ्करभाष्यसमेत अध्ययनस्य प्रयत्नं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावीत् तद्वक्तारमावीत् आवीन्माम् आवीद् वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ यस्मात् जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदं धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। येरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं। तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते। ओम् अतः तृतीया भृगुवल्ली। ॐ chant from मानुषी समाज्ञाः दैवी इति मानुषी समाज्ञाः अथ दैवीः तृप्तिरिति वृष्टौ बलमिति विद्युते यश इति पशुषो ज्योतिरिति नक्षत्रेषु प्रजातिरमृतमानन्द इत्युपस्थे आनन्दमित्युपस्थे सर्वमित्याकाशे तत्प्रतिष्ठेत्युपासीत प्रतिष्ठावान् भवति तन्मह इत्युपासीत महान् भवति तन्मन इत्युपासीत मानवान् भवति तन्नम इत्युपासीत नम्यन्ते स्मै कामाः तद्ब्रह्मेत्युपासीत ब्रह्मवान् भवति तद्ब्रह्मणः परिमर इत्युपासीत पर्येणं म्रियन्ते दिशन्तः सपत्नाः पर्ये प्रिया भ्रातृव्याः स यश्चायं पुरुषे यश्चासावादित्ये स एकः स य एवंवित्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः Shanti. Friends, in the Brahmavalli, the entire Brahma Vidya was given with so many of the logics and thinkings, twists and turns, and so many to bring us to the conviction about the presence of Brahman, the permeability of Brahman, the reality of Brahman, everything other than him to be unreal. Then that Swarupa of the Brahman, then the availability of Brahman, then the Vidya, the Sadhana, the Panchakosha Viveka, all were told. In this Bhruguvalli also, from the beginning we are seeing the sadhanas of tapasya ityadi are being given to us. Toward the last 7, 8, 9, 10, 4 anuvakas, again how we have to deal with the objects which we have, deal with the people who come in our life and our attitudes, Some samples are given to us to maintain, which becomes a necessary part of the Adhyatmic sadhana. All those things, Annam na Nindyat, Annam Bahupurvita, Annam na Parijakshita, na Kanchana Vasato Pratyajakshita, ये by heart होना चाहिए हमको. इसी के अनुसार जीवन जीना है. Then only we become qualified to be blessed by the Upanishad for the higher sadhana, higher journey. Then after seeing all of that, we are into now another very crucial thing of the Samajna given by the Shruti Mata. Manushee Samajna, Daivi Samajna. So we have seen one meaning of Samajna is Samyak Agnya. Sama Agnya. Sama Samyak Agnya. Another meaning is Samyak Asamantat Gnya. Means what? Very fully, crystal clearly having the knowledge. So the one who has got the knowledge of spiritual goal and spiritual means will have also the knowledge of the need of these type of 5 plus 6 plus 6 sadhanas. तो ये ज्ञानी के लक्षण लाइक वी आर सेइंग इन योग दर्शनम बिकॉज ऑफ दिस फोर रीजंस दुखम एव सर्वम विवेकिनः है ना. Here also, for a Vedantic student who has studied Shastra under the feet of the Guru and observed the Guru and other seniors doing sadhana, he becomes Jnani. In that Jnana, he understands and accepts the need of these 10 plus 6 or 12 plus 5, the 17 sadhanas to be done. समाज्ञा मीन्स उनका एक ध्यान है, उनका एक कन्विक्शन है कि इन साधनाओं को करना ही पड़ेगा टू गो अहेड. Both ways it is. It is the Agnya from the Shruti Mata. And why will she give Agnya? What right she has on us? Unless we surrender to her and ask her, tell us what is Shreyas. Then the Shruti Mata's Agnya. Is it not? So too, that Agnya of hers we should take as Agnya and know the Jnanam. Here Jnana means the conviction. Then with that conviction, all the time engaged only in these 17 things. And what is all 17? Brahma Upasana. Brahmana Upasanani. So 5, the Manushee Samajna Upasanas we have done. Upasanas are 2 types. One, daily a routine time we do that Upasana. Second, as a result of that, we find ourselves always Upa near asana seated to that idol, to that point of our respect or reverence or service. Everything in his life, like we go to office. अब शुरू किया नौकरी करते करते आफ्टर फ्यू मंथ्स ना वो उपासना हो जाता है एटलीस्ट बिटवीन द टाइम वी लीव द हाउस एंड रीच टू द हाउस रीच टू ऑफिस एंड द टाइम वी लीव द ऑफिस. उन 8-10 घंटों में यू माइट हैव ऑल गॉन थ्रू इट. At home when you are in the morning, the mood is different. And once you get up, take bath and have breakfast and say bye to all, sit in your own mode of transport. Immediately the upasana of the other time begins. The office, the people of the office, the work to be done, the targets to be achieved. We are so close in proximity with that throughout the day till we log the office and come. At that time, where is house? पूरा भूल गया. And at the time of being in the house, we don't even remember there is an office. विचित्र है कि नहीं भगवान की कृपा. Just an explanation to give you what is the meaning of upasana. Upasamipi asana sthitva. Now these official works or the worldly vyavahara can be limited in the upasana in the sense only for few hours. Very superficially we involve, that is enough also for achieving success. बट ये आध्यात्मिक उपासना जो है ब्रह्म तत्व का वो इतना गहराई से होना चाहिए. सुपरफिशियली नहीं चलेगा वो. द डेप्थ इज आल्सो द उपासना शुड बी सो डीप एंड frequency wise also we have to be always upa near asana seated to the Brahman, because wherever we are seeing the world and world vyavahara, there alone is Brahman is there. And wherever Brahman is there, that Brahman is covered by, hidden by these vyavaharas only. Wherever vyavahara is there only we have to recognize Brahman. Therefore, the Manushi and Daivi and other upasanas. ब्रह्मा और कहीं दूसरे जगह तो नहीं है, दूसरे टाइम पे तो नहीं है. Here only, wherever you are seeing snake, there alone is rope. You don't need to go anywhere else to find the rope. जहाँ रस्सी दिख रहा है सांप वही रस्सी है. Be attentive about this thought. Therefore, wherever I am seeing the world, there alone is Brahman. Otherwise, क्या होगा? Like now, in the class only there is Vedanta, not of the class. Therefore, class का वेदांत क्लास में देकर अगले दिन तक उसका हम सोचते भी नहीं. Then where we in the Brahm, in the world only we are fully. So too in पूजा मंदिर only there is भगवान. बाहर आते हैं उनका मेरा कोई नाता ही नहीं है. As if when he comes and says यार तुम कौन हो तुम? अरे भाई तुम्हारे भगवान रहे, सुबह मैंने पूजा में तुम मेरा पूजा किए थे, सुबह ही की बात है, कल सुबह आना, तब तक मुझे डिस्टर्ब नहीं करना. In that way, when the thought is of Brahman at the time of study, that thought's maintained. Else, again we become totally involved in the world, as if nothing of the nothing of the Upanishad is studied. This that life is like that of example there of Buramatman, like that of this Ravana Sura, the Hiranyakashipu. They are so wise people. All the Upanishadic Brahma Jnana they have. You saw the Ravana giving Brahma Jnana to Mandodari in that our Adhyatma Ramayanam. So too we have seen in Bhagavatam exhaustively how Hiranyakashipu gave the entire Tattva Jnana to his brother Hiranyaksha's wife and their children. So Upasana they have not done. Then what happens? The world continues to be real. So we are under the delusion of all being real. In the delusory mind, how can we see the reality? Unless the reality is seen, how can there be moksha? Keeping this in mind only, our rishis munis, to bring that middle path, they made us do the vibhuti upasana of taking everything as God. So that the God is not forgotten, so that the world is not given 100% reality. Now what's happening? We don't see God anywhere. Therefore, God is zero. World is seen so perfectly. Therefore, the world is 100% real. This is called a pakka delusion it is. Therefore, the need of upasana. There in Shastras, Gita, वगैरह पुराण में upasana is vibhutiyam ka. Here also, everything is vibhuti of Paramatma only. Parabrahma का ही सब व्यक्तिकरण है. So this way the upasanas. Few samples are given. The idea of that is what? In the mind. Before entering to Vyavahara. First, wear the particular dress and kavacha. What is the dress and kavacha? Now I am going to enter into Vyavahara. Any Vyavahara I do, where the drashta, darshana, drushya, and in the drushya, the variety, all of them are required and seen. All of that are Brahman only. With this dress wearing, with this cover, then we enter into the world and do the things. Once the work is over, the work and things are dropped. Our Brahman we are holding and coming back. That is the meaning of Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavi, Brahmagno, Brahmanautam, Brahmaivatena Gantavyam, Brahma Karma Samadhina. In that way, at our level of senses and mind, we may see the world. But behind this, because the bala of the upasana in the mind, always the Brahma Tattva ka hi predominant thought hai. Like Tulsidas. Predominant thought is Bhagwan Rama, Lord Prahlada. The predominant thought is about Narayana only. You understand? वो maintain हो रहा है, continuous seek flow of it, then all other things to be done, they're coming and going, they're not so important. This is called as upasana. Upasana का फल. इस फल को पाने के लिए उपासना करना है, उस फल को पाने तक उपासना करना है. So that the first thought is Brahman. Now morning we got up. Before we came to class, let us say you had those 3 hours time or 2.5 hours. 5 बजे के 6 बजे उठाओ, चलो 1.5 घंटा. Now how many times the predominant thought of Brahma came in our mind and the world came? That determines how much we have done the Brahma Adhyanam and Brahma Upasana. And this is intermediate stage. Without doing this, the impressions, vasanas that the world is real, they won't go away. Without their going away, their coming into our mind on the seat of meditation won't stop. Without the stoppage of that, we cannot see that which is beyond. They are all necessary sadhanas for everyone. There are no reservations in it. Even for me, when I am talking to you, मुझे भी ब्रह्म का उपासना करने से ही बाकी सब मन से हटकर ध्यान के टाइम सिर्फ ब्रह्म का ही स्मरण होता है मुझे. देन ब्रह्म का ही ध्यान होएगा, ब्रह्म का ही अनुभूति होगा. That is why if the upasana is not so important, why will toward the end of the Upanishad, the Shruti Mata specifically, powerfully, repeatedly, she is giving the upasana. The अब तक हमने जो पढ़ा 9, 10 अनुवाक, is there anything discussed about Brahman as it was done in the second Valli, Brahma Valli? No, because all theory was though completed there only. In the entire third Valli, the upasana ही बताया जा रहा है. What is the meaning of it is what we studied in the second Brahma Vida Pranoti Param Satyam Jnananda Brahma cannot be experienced without Upasana, and without its experience we won't get liberation or moksha from our Jiva Bhava, and the world is real and we are at loggerheads with each other. All this samsara we cannot transcend. That's why throughout only the Brahma Tattva का कोई discussion ही नहीं है in the Bhrugu Valli. Only Upasana, only Tapasya. Adi Vago Brahmeti. Only one sentence is said for the Bhrugu by his father for some that for making him hooked onto Parabrahma. Because a Bhrugu Valli to completely, Bhrugu Varuna story to completely different episode apart from the Taittiriya Upanishad. It is incorporated by Shruti Mata as an example. Otherwise, it is independent. Because it is independent, their guru has to teach him. Therefore, those three sentences about Brahman. यतो वा इमानि भूतानि जायन्ते वो भी तटस्थ लक्षण ही है. ये न जातानि जीवन्ति यत् प्रयन्ति अभिसंविशन्ति इति. बस बाकी सब साधना होनी. तद विजिज्ञासस्व तद ब्रह्मेति सतपोतप्यदा सतपस्तत्वा अन्नम ब्रह्मेति विजानात. All of that is sadhana, upasana, tapasya. Here also these 6 plus 6 plus 5 17 ये साधनाएं हमको बाय हार्ट रखनी है, and we have to throughout the day involve in them only. That's what our today's introduction of 19 or 22 minutes was so important, wherein we discussed about the in-depth involvement in our spiritual sadhanas all, right from coming to class, doing the homework, doing the japa adi, doing upasana adi, doing contemplation adi, तभी जाकर वो बनता है कुछ बात. I know the difficulties of Kali Yuga, and more difficulties in the Kali Yuga than that is our own minds hanging over the things, running around the things and beings. ये सारे समस्याएं सबको होता है, उसको पार करना ही साधना है ना. That's why we said Viveka Vairagya. So these 17, like in Gita, 72 plus 1, 73 plus 1, 74 plus 1, 75 vibhutis Bhagavan told. We have to practice them, so that our heart predominantly first sees the Brahman, then only anything else. Nothing but as the expression of Brahman only. So you don't miss the Brahman, even though we are in transactions. That should be the phala of upasana. Then once the transactions are over, sit for dhyanam, and in that dhyanam, discover that Brahman. And more be at that stage only. What is there in this world to do when it is not real at all? ये सब धीरे धीरे पता होंगे. So the MAANUSHEE SAMAAJNAA 5. क्षेमैति वाचि योगक्षेमैति प्राणापानयोः कर्मैति हस्तयोः गतिरिति पादयोः विमुक्तिरिति पायो इति MAANUSHEE SAMAAJNAA, and etc. 5 given, but you have to add all Manushya related Samajnas for doing Brahma Upasana. वाणी में क्षेम के रूप में, प्राणापान में योगक्षेम के रूप में, हाथ में कर्म के रूप में, पादों में गति के रूप में, पायु में त्याग के रूप में, Brahman alone is there. That upasana. See the beauty of these things, when we do this upasana, for doing the upasana, you have to do the action also there. Because of doing of the actions, the outer world में benefit हो रहा है, in the mind also peace आ रहा है, और तत्व ब्रह्म वेदांत साधना भी हो रहा है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, वाणी में क्षेम. सो देखो, इफ इन वाणी द क्षेम इज ब्रह्मन एंड उसका हमें उपासना करना है, हाउ कैन यू डू उपासना विदाउट ब्रिंगिंग एन आइडल? द सेम वे, हाउ कैन यू डू उपासना विदाउट टॉकिंग थ्रू द माउथ क्षेम? When I spoke Kshema in the world is benefited. The mere thought of the Kshema in my mind quietened the mind, lifted my self confidence and self respect. And you are saying that Kshema is expression of Brahman, therefore Brahma ka chintan bhi chal raha hai. One sadhana, three benefits. Like that, add to all other things. Now, the six of the Daivi Samagnya also we have seen. तृप्तिरिति वृष्टौ बलमिति विद्युति यश इति पशुषु ज्योतिरिति नक्षत्रेषु प्रजातिरमृतमानंद इत्युपस्थे सर्वमित्याकाश. रिमेंबर, मैं तो याद किया बाबा. अब उसको थोड़ा रजोगुण तमोगुण कम करके इस मूड में जबरदस्ती अपने आप को लाकर इन सब का उपासनाएं करते रहना. एवरीवन इज सेम प्रोसेस. नाउ द नेक्स्ट सेट ऑफ अगेन 6 more upasanas are told to us. Brahma upasanas. Each of them is so important, so powerful that Shruti Mata, to make us do these sadhanas compulsorily, she is telling us the Falashruti also of doing those sadhanas. And there Shankar Bhagavan said, this Falashruti should not be only to these 6 things, but पहले के 6 और 5 11 में भी वो Falashruti लगाओ. In the sense, in that way when you do the Upasana Brahman, that you get. So, in the Vani as a Kshema, if you do the Upasana Brahman, you get all the Kshema. So, too, in the Pranapana, if you say the Brahman as Yoga Kshema, you get Yoga Kshema. Like it was. अन्न का ब्रह्म उपासना करे तो अन्न मिलेगा, प्राण का ब्रह्म के रूप उपासना करे तो लॉन्ग लाइफ, कंप्लीट लाइफ होगा, बीच में नहीं मरेंगे. मन को कंप्लीट ब्रह्म के रूप में उपासना करेंगे तो दैट आनंद विल कम टू अस. यदि विज्ञान का उपासना करेंगे तो द ज्ञान चक्षु खुल जाता है हमारा. All as we saw there, here also, for the first 5, second 6, third 6. To all of them, the Falashruti is there to encourage, inspire us. But he started, Shruti Mata started telling it from the 5, 6, 11, 12th Upasana onwards. But Shankara Bhagavan says it is not only for this later 6, but earlier 6 and 5. For that also, the Falashruti is there, don't worry. So the first one of the last 6 of the Upasanas of Brahma are what? Tat Pratishthetupasita. That's what we have seen exhaustively. Do the Upasana that the Brahman is Pratishtha for everything. So your final reaching to the cause of everything should be the Brahman only. Don't talk it outside. People won't accept it. They are not at that level of deeper thinking. They have not studied Upanishads. They are only in the materialistic world. So like you see a 12-storied building. Now, for others, what is the Pratishtha of the building? What is the Pratishtha of a building? It's only pillars. Because the pillars, the building is standing. Their mind goes only up to that level. But for us, when you see a building, Tat Pratishtet Upasita, the Brahman is Pratishtha of the building. See the surprise. If you tell this to the other fellow, they laugh it because they never studied Upanishad. But for us, the whole building is standing on pillars. Pillars are standing on the earth. Earth is in water, water in fire, fire in Vayu, Vayu is in Akasha, Akasha is in Brahma. Already we have seen everything is in Akasha. That everything in Akasha is the Brahma. That was the 6th of the earlier set of Upasanas. Is it not? तृप्तिरिति वृष्टौ बलमिति विद्युति यश इति पशुषु ज्योतिरिति नक्षत्रेषु प्रजाति अमृतमान इत्युपस्थे. व्हाट वाज द 6th उपासना? सर्वमिति आकाशे. है ना, आकाश में सब ब्रह्म ही है, आकाश भी ब्रह्म है. So therefore, where is the building? It is in the Akash. Therefore, everything in the Akasha is Brahma, because we have already studied. Therefore, for us, when we see a 12-storied building, the Pratishtha of it is Brahma. When you say a railway bridge, Pratishtha is Brahma. When you say gigantic tree, the Pratishtha is Brahma. When you see a government functioning wonderfully, for that Pratishtha is Brahma. So, in this way, the substratum, the support of everything, as in the Upasana, Kanda told if you are a Krishna Bhakta or Rama Bhakta, that the Rama is the Pratishtha for the entire Srushti Sthiti Laya. बताते हैं कि नहीं, भगवान से ही सृष्टि आई है, भगवान ने बनाया, वही मेंटेन कर रहे हैं, वही जो है लय करते हैं. सेम थिंग हियर वी हैव टू डू. And it's a fact. Without pure Brahman as Satyam Jnanavantam, none of the forms and names can exist. Therefore, what is the basic substratum of everything? Brahma only. Like for the waves, the ocean is substratum. For the wave and ocean, the water is substratum. तो वहां तक हम पहुंचे, but that's not Brahman brought there. Now, even for the water, the Brahman is substratum. Therefore, for the water, that which is beyond cause and effect, and for the cause, the ocean, and for the effect, the wave. For all the three, the substratum is Brahman. One Brahman only as the water alone as the ocean alone as the wave. So wave का प्रतिष्ठा कौन है? Directly the ocean. Second directly is the water, but indirectly, but mainly is Brahman only. Is it not? Why we say that are direct? Because it is visualized. You see, in the water there is ocean, in the ocean there is wave. ये आंखों से दिखता है, इसलिए उस दृष्टि से हम उसको डायरेक्ट कर रहे हैं. Otherwise, without substratum Brahman, neither ocean nor water nor wave. Therefore, the Brahman alone is direct cause. That way. But then, Upasana के काल में we say tat pratishthet upasita. To somebody a wise person for his wisdom, that Parabrahma only pratishtha. You know, somebody very dynamic or active, somebody is a great scientist, somebody is an achiever. Therefore, let the whole world do any comment they do about the worldly achievements. Let them do because they're at that level. Like we talked about the Chandrayaan 3. So people, what is obvious, they talk about it. Okay, the scientists who have worked. Little subtler people see behind the scientists who helped them. In so many things, they are also included. And little more subtler people, they include even the laborers who lifted those apparatus from one place and loaded in the vehicles and transported them and installed them. These is project directors and managers, they don't install that satellite. They only guide. There are gross people, they are working. They are the people, the grassroots activity people, the hands and legs, okay, the leg work. They are also included by wise person. Little further go, if you are spiritual, you see it is Paramatma only, is there as Pratishtha of the moon there, Pratishtha of all these people involved in the project, Pratishtha even in that Chandrayaan 3 instrument, Pratishtha also in the movement of it and landing there. That's called Tat Pratishtha iti Upasita. Therefore, for everything is Pratishtha because again the same principle. Your moon, your scientist, your Chandrayaan 3, all are in Akasha. So Sarvamiti Akashe. Already we have seen that, no? आकाश में जो कुछ है वही ब्रह्म ही है. Because Brahman is Satyam Jnanavantam. Without these three, nothing in the world can exist. So our drishti is not like others as presented by the faculties, but our drishti is based on the Shruti Mata when she said everything is Brahman. And this everything is Brahman is not suddenly sporadically spoken. In the second Brahma Valli, all the exhaustive logical explanations were given to all the Anuvakas in that this point is derived and derived and driven. Intellectually derived and driven into our understanding. From that understanding basis, we are saying, not on the basis of the faith. जब समझदारी नहीं होती है तब फेथ की जरूरत है. जब समझदारी आती है तो फेथ की जरूरत नहीं. समझदारी की दृष्टि से हम कर रहे हैं. बट समझदारी इज नॉट अनुभूति. फॉर द अनुभूति वी हैव टू मेडिटेट. सो तत्प्रतिष्ठेत्युपासीत. द रिजल्ट इज व्हाट? प्रतिष्ठावान भवति. What the meaning of Pratishthavan Bhavati? In his all his convictions, in all his doings, he becomes not tentative. He becomes not, distractive. He becomes fully Pratishtita established. In this also, do baat hai. Ek to, as we said yesterday, he will become Pratishtavan in the world means he becomes famous. So India has become famous for its space work. How many hundreds, thousands will join? You will see now in the space, what is called astro field. Some new universities maybe we have to create for it. Required. Because bore हो गया अभी अर्थ में, there are so many planets are there. People are interested to go there now. हो जाता है. प्रतिष्ठा हो गया कि नहीं. That is outer name and fame. Here inner pratishtha means in whatever the convictions are there, practices are there, he becomes established without any ambiguity or doubt or oscillations, etc. Pratishthavan bhavati. So he becomes famous outside, he gets established in whatever he is doing. Pratishthavan bhavati. He becomes Mula Karana for the achievement of everything around him. That is meaning of Pratishthavan bhavati. He becomes famous, he becomes a Mula Karana, he also becomes the Pakka established person in whatever he does. Yeah? Pratishtha, opposite of is Apratishta, Supratishta. Apratishta means ill fame or defame. Pratishtha is good name and fame. So, tat pratishtetyupasita pratishtha guna upasanat pratishthavan bhavati. Okay? Now, evam purveshu api yad yatra adhigatam phalam tad brahma eva. Even in the earlier things also, whatever is said to be the upasana, that is the phala, that is Brahman only. So, evam purveshu api yad yatra adhigatam phalam tad brahma eva. Whatever sadhana we are doing, that he alone is phalam. In that phala rupena Brahman only coming to you. So as I told you, kshema iti vachi, so we get the kshema from the world, which is the experience of Brahman only. क्योंकि kshema is Brahma के रूप में हमने उपासना किया. So you will not see the kshema when the kshema comes, you experience Brahma through that. Like I give the example of Gurudev yesterday. When Gurudev is having a coffee or eating a sweet, he is not having coffee or a sweet like you and I. He is experiencing a Brahman only through that. So in that way, what we do Upasana Brahman, those things we get them as expression of Brahman only. So in those experiences, we experience a Brahma Tattva. So when you do the Yoga Kshema into the world through your Pranapana and say that the Yoga Kshema is expression of Brahma, which is called Upasana, we also get Yoga Kshema, but in that Yoga Kshema, we see the Brahman, not Yoga Kshema. Soto Gatiriti Padayoho. So when we are doing that, the Gati in the Pada is Brahma, then slowly we get reciprocated the ability of Gati in our feet. We don't see it as Gati, we see it as Brahma. इस तरह का हमको बेनिफिट होता है. That's what he says. एवं पूर्वेशपि यद यत्र अधिगतम फलम तद ब्रह्म एव. Whatever you do, that phala comes to you, but not as a phala, but as a Brahma. Because you are doing not the phala upasana, but you are doing the upasana Brahma. है कि नहीं. क्षेम का हम उपासना नहीं कर रहे, क्षेम के रूप में ब्रह्म का उपासना कर रहे हैं. इसलिए हमको सुपरफिशियल क्षेम मिलेगा, बट दैट इज एक्सपीरियंस्ड एज ब्रह्म. That's why, in some languages, this word is famous. Anything great, they enjoy, they say, oh, Brahmanandam. They talk it as, oh, Brahmanandam. Brahmanandam. इडली बढ़िया मिला, Brahmanandam. अच्छे कपड़े मिले, Brahmanandam. Otherwise, क्या है ना, entire व्यवहार is only व्यवहारिक sake. Other than there's no reality in that. The reality is Brahman only, which we have missed because of undue value given to the Vyavahara objects. Now we are undoing it, replacing everything with Brahman. Earlier we were doing speech for Kshema only, no doubt. But we were forgetting the Brahman in doing the Kshema. That we speak lovingly to the people, we speak lovingly to people, we expect from people also to speak lovingly Kshema way to us. This was going on, like I love you, you love me. But where is Brahman? दोनों ब्रह्म को भूल गए. Now in the Vani as a Kshema, Brahman alone is existing. When this Upasana is done, Kshema interaction will go on. But because Upasana Bala, in that Kshema, Brahman is experienced. That's the meaning of that result comes to you. That is the meaning of yad bhavam tad bhavati, or ye yata mam prapadyante tan tata eva bhajami aham. In that way, what we give to the world, that comes to us. You give to the world only comes to you. If you give the Brahman to the world, the Brahman comes to you. Yeah, you see, you give the Brahman to the world by saying Shema iti vachi yogakshan parna pare. That only will come to us. Interesting. Okay, tat pratishtetyupasita pratishthavan bhavati. Second one, tan maha ityupasita. Second one. So tat maha ityupasita. Oh. Now before that, Bhagwan Bhashyakara's quotation from one of the Upanishad says, और शतपथ ब्राह्मण उपनिषद का क्या कहते हैं? श्रुत्यंतराच तम यथा यथा उपासते तदेव भवति. So whoever is doing the upasana of Brahman in whatever the way, he becoming that alone. So tam yatha yatha upasate tadeva bhavati. As you are doing the upasana of Brahman, that you are getting. This rule we have used in a negative manner by doing the upasana of the Jagat in the Brahman, and we got the Jagat, we lost the Brahman. Now we are doing reverse. That in everything we are doing upasana of Brahman, then those things only will come to us, but as Brahman. That's the meaning of tam yatha yatha upasate tadeva bhavati. जितना जितना ब्रह्म का उपासना करो, ब्रह्म मिलने लगते हैं आपको. लाइक इन द ह्यूमन बींग्स, जितना जितना फ्रेंडलीनेस देखते जाओ, फ्रेंड्स मिलते जाते हैं. एनिमी को देखते जाओ, एनिमी मिलते हैं. रिलेशंस यू गो ऑन सीइंग, relations will be big. Business partners, you look at them, you will get more business partners. Look as Brahman, you get Brahman. And look at as Krishna, you will get Krishna in so many rupas. Look at Rama, you will see Rama, so many rupa. Look at as Brahma. तो यथा यथा उपासते तदेव भवति. Hmm. Hmm. This way. So here very sublime point is what? Because of bringing the truth, the reality, the Brahman into picture and doing upasana, both the immanent thing also is experienced or obtained by us, and transcendent to that thing. In that, the Brahman who is hidden, that also is revealed to us. तो क्षेम भी मिलेगा और क्षेम के द्वारा ब्रह्म भी मिलेंगे. योगक्षेम भी मिलेगा, उसके साथ ब्रह्म भी मिलेंगे. सो कर्म भी मिलेगा, उसके साथ ब्रह्म भी मिलेंगे. इन दैट वे ऑल दिस, तृप्ति भी मिलेगा, तृप्ति के द्वारा ब्रह्म भी मिलेंगे. देन बल भी मिलेगा, बल के द्वारा ब्रह्म मिलेंगे. यश भी मिलेगा, यश के द्वारा ब्रह्म मिलेंगे. ज्योति भी मिलेगी, ज्योति के द्वारा ब्रह्म. प्रजाति भी मिलेगा, प्रजाति के साथ ब्रह्म. आई एम डूइंग द दैवी समाज्ञा के लिए ये प्रिंसिपल अप्लाई करके बताया. तृप्तिरिति वृष्टो बलमिति विद्युति यशैति पशु ज्योतिरिति नक्षत्रेषु प्रजातिरमृतमानवित्युपस्थे. सब मिलेंगे और सब ब्रह्म के रूप में मिलेंगे. सर्वमित्याकाशे. दिस इज अल्टीमेट. Everything immanent in the form of name and form obtained, yet Brahman is not missed. In and through everything, Brahman alone is experienced. That is the bala of this upasana. That's the phala of this upasana. Till that phala comes, we have to go on doing. So second is tan maha ityupasita. Okay. Maha means mahatva gunamatu tad upasita. So, so mahatva gunavat tad upasita. Mahatva gunavat means what? It is of the greater than the greatest in all the qualities. That way do the upasana of the Brahman. Tad maha iti upasita. Mahatva gunava. So because of the Brahman, the gunas we cannot immediately grasp to imagine. Therefore we are given to practice in the beginning the alambana of Lord Rama or Krishna or Shiva. Then उनके गुणों का वर्णन होता है. Maha एवरी टाइम वी आर रीडिंग इन भागवतम रामायण, भगवान के गुण का वर्णन हो रहा है कि नहीं? मह इति उपासित. No, instead of Rama or Krishna, you add Brahman because we are studying Upanishad. So all the Diva Gunas have to exist. Na? They can exist only when Brahman is there. But what about the bad Gunas, Swami? In them Brahman is there or not? In them Brahman is there, but they won't lead you to Brahman. In the good Gunas is Brahman there, but that good Gunas lead you to Brahman. That is why we have to do the Guna Upasana, not Dosha Upasana about Brahman. That is why महा इति उपासिता कहा, अल्प इति उपासिता नहीं कहा. महत्व गुण ब्रह्म में है, ऐसा दोनों में महत्व गुण के हैं और सबसे महान है. जब पूछा जाएगा सबसे महान इन व्हाट वे, इन एवरी एस्पेक्ट विच यू कैन डिस्कस अबाउट, Brahman is the supreme most, or whoever is supreme most is Brahman. That way do the upasana. Tan maha iti upasita. He is the greater than the greatest. This maha in the Bhakti Bhasha is called as Bhagavan. Right? What is the definition of Bhagavan? The one who has got these 6 things samagra rupena. Aishwaryasya samagrasya. Dharmasya samagrasya. Yashashaha samagrasya. Then Shriyaha samagrasya. Jnanasya samagrasya. वैराग्य समग्रस्य. ये 6 चीजें जो समग्र जिनमें होते हैं उनको भगवान कहते हैं. ये 6 को भग कहते हैं. ये सब उनके हैं, इसलिए वो वाला बन गए. तो भगवाला इज भगवान. लाइक धन वाला धनवान, गुण वाला गुणवान, वतु प्रत्यय. So Bhagavala Bhagavan. Bhaga means these 6 qualities samagra rupena. No, that is why he is Maha. Therefore, what is Bhagavan called here? He is called as Maha here. So therefore, if you talk about the Aishwarya, let us say everybody has Aishwarya, Ishwaratva. You also have the Ishwaratva to your own dog, to your own servants, sometimes to your own children, very rarely to your wife or to husband. You have the Ishwaratva. That's how you command, they do what you say. Ishwaratva is not money. Ishwaratva is a power, ruling power, governing. But it is not Maha. Then who is the Ishvara of the whole universe? Is he only. Therefore, in the Ishwariya Guna, the Mahan ultimate position is of Brahma, let us say. So to the Dhana. Everybody is Dhanavan. 2 रुपए भी धन है ना, so 2 रुपए वाला धनवान हो गया. But he is not Maha. Maha is he who is the multimillionaire of the world is Maha, no. In Bhakti Bhasha, it is Narayana only. Because all properties or dhana are of only 2 types. One is mobile, another is immobile. So mobile is Lakshmi Mata, immobile is Bhumata. So all mobile, immobile property belongs to Narayana. Therefore, he is more richer than anyone. Mahaha. Is not. So in some Narayana we say he is Brahman. Therefore, with regard to the dhana, he is Mahaha. So to Jnanam, there's nobody who is ignorant in this world. Even the animals also, they have their own jnanam of survival instincts, jnanam of protection instincts. है ना. Even an ant you see, वो क्या कहते हैं spider, वो जाओ उसके बाद थोड़ा हाथ लगा वो भागने लगती हो. तो it has got its own very देहतादात्मक ज्ञान and self survival ज्ञान है ना. तो उसमें भी है. Children also have their own ज्ञान. There's nobody without ज्ञान. But is that Maha? It's not, no. उनका तो अल्प ही है ज्ञान. तो द ईश्वर देयर इन द भक्ति शास्त्र, हियर इन द ब्रह्म तत्व, ही अलोन इज महा इन द एस्पेक्ट ऑफ ज्ञान. सो 3 एग्जांपल्स वी गिव. ऐश्वर्य, धन एंड ज्ञान. ही इज महा. इन दैट वे डू द उपासना. So any quality you take, that quality in its infinitude is nothing but Brahman. That way you do. Mahaiti upasita. Infinitude, endless. Like dhana, infinite dhana is Brahman. Jnanam, the Ananta Jnanam is Brahman. Ishwaratva, the endless, infinite Ishwaratva is Brahman. That way, Maha iti upasita. By that, what we do? Anything is there, little quantity, that comes from the total only. Therefore, I have my own 10,000 dhana, let us say. It has come from the total dhana of the whole world, no? It cannot be separate from the total dhana. And the total dhana belongs to God. Therefore, this also belongs to God. He gave me for a right work. धन का एग्जाम्पल दिया, एनीथिंग अदरवाइज पंचमहाभूत, पंचमहाभूत से मेरा देह बना, टोटल महापंचभूत से टोटल यूनिवर्स बना है, and that belongs to Brahma. Therefore, this is part of the total. Therefore, this Panchamahabhut Deha also of Brahma only, not mine. So these are the consequences that will come when this Upasana is done knowingly, deliberately for long time. तो वहां तक मत जाना, अब इतना तो समझ रहे, तद महत्युपासीता is greater than everyone in every aspect. Don't give greatness to anyone. Then you will develop the jealousy and all. Give credit of greatness to only Paramatma. Then what will happen to you? The result, Falashruti, Mahan Bhavati. Okay? Mahan Bhavati. He himself becomes Mahan. Whoever is doing the Upasana, the Brahma as Maha. Maha iti upasita, Mahan Bhavati. Like Pratishtha iti upasita, Pratishtavan Bhavati. Maha iti upasita, Mahan Bhavati. He will become famous and great and highest anywhere. Mahan Bhavati. Wherever he is doing the upasana of him as Maha, he will become slowly that. Mahan Bhavati. So, Dhana Rupena, if you say, Brahman is the Maha with regard to the Dhana, then that Dhana will come to us also. We become Mahan with respect to the Dhana. So, those who are the Kuberas of the world most richest people, richest, दो तीन होते हैं जो ऊपर नीचे होते रहते हैं हर हफ्ते. कभी एक बंदा एक ही दिन 10 बार नीचे होता है, दूसरा ऊपर होता है, because of the buying and selling of the shares and all. You are very funny it is. You all observe it. So these people knowingly, unknowingly in some janma have done the Maha Upasana with regard to Dhana. Therefore they have become the topmost rich personalities. In the world, we said, somebody is richest in one country, somebody is richest in his own state, somebody rich in his own जिला, somebody rich in his own town. होता है पूरे एक गांव में 250 मकान है, तो दिस पर्सन इज रिचेस्ट. उनका उपासना उतना ही था कि he was richest only in his village. Maha ka upasana this much that he became Mahan with regard to wealth as much as his own village is concerned. In other villages, towns, the more rich people than him. He did not become that. So to politician, politically, if you do the Maha Upasana of him, to the extent you have done the Upasana, to that Maha position you get. And every political power is political only. Difference is quantitative. If one is a prime minister, he is the head of the whole nation. If he is a municipal councillor, he is the head of that particular ward. That's it. Quantitatively different. But Maha means this person might have done the Upasana of this power position to be Brahman somewhere in one of the lives. Uske karan he has become Mahan now. Being a councillor also is Mahan. Being a MLA is also Mahan. Being a PM also is Mahan. MP and PM. That way, everywhere you add it. Somebody is a owner of one hotel, small. Instead of a worker, there is an hotel owner. So Maha ban gaya wo. He is giving employment to 20 people. But there are some people who have such hotel branches, 100 in the whole country or world. So that way has become Maha. And there are some people who have variety of branches of hotels all over the world with different titles. Sab unique hai. Like in countries of India, the politicians, abhi ke nahi pehle wale, through their brothers, sisters, in-laws, outlaws, they have the hold on all the companies of the country. पहले सब यही होता था. अच्छा ये सीमेंट फैक्ट्री किसका है? मिस्टर सो एंड सो. That is immediate relation. But deeply चला जाए, that doesn't belong to so and so, it belongs to that local MLA. उन्होंने बिनामी पे उसके लिए खरीद के रखा है उसके नाम पे, पर सारा प्रॉफिट ये खा रहा है. ये सब आपको जानते हैं ना. Means what? He has done the upasana of Brahman somewhere sometime, therefore he has become Maha. There are so many hotels he has got and so many establishments he has got. You know, in these big Birlas or Tatas, and nowadays so many are coming up, huh? With so many of the firms and all leading the nation. The IT wale are you know that. So they have done the Maha Upasana sometime, therefore they are becoming Mahan Bhavati. ठीक है, दो हो गए. तत् प्रतिष्ठेत्युपासिता प्रतिष्ठावान भवति, तन् महा इत्युपासिता महान भवति. Third one is very beautiful. What is that? Tan mana ityupasita. Then what is it? Tan mana ityupasita. Mananam manaha. If you do the upasana Brahman as the mana, which is doing continuously mananam, manavan bhavati. Manavan bhavati. Here the manavan is not respectful, reverential. वो तो महा में आ गया ऊपर ही. यार शंकर भगवान इसलिए वो भाष्य करते हैं महा, otherwise we get misguided that the two results are given. One result is given for two upasanas. महा को बनाया उपासना तो महान बन गया, और मन को भी उपासना की फिर तब भी महान बन गया. अलग हो जाएगा ना, मतलब एक ही है तो बात नहीं बनेगा. इसलिए महा का उपासना करो, you will become महान. बट मन का उपासना करो, he becomes मानवान. मानवान is not famous here. मानवान means मननवान. मनन समर्थः भवति. That's most important thing in life now. Manana, chintana, contemplation, to know what is truth or untruth, to know what decision is to be taken at what time, what changes have to be made. Hmm? So the whole India should be famous in the world in this astro field. For that, our Chandrayaan 2 failed, everybody humiliated us. Our Chandrayaan should be successful. In that way, he prayed to the God, whoever are the directors and the people who helped. Cumulative sankalpa सब मिलकर लिए होंगे. तो तन मन इत्युपासित. In the mana they did upasana Bhagwan. Manana samartha manavan bhavati. So they became mana samartha manavan. Through all of them, their manana led to the proper adjustment of whatever the mistakes happened in Chandrayaan 2. So without those problems, हो लाइक आप कुर्सी इधर से उठा के उधर रखते हो, that lander landed so cutely as if somebody is putting there. Why? Manana samartaha. That knowledge came to them by manana. What mistakes have happened? Why it did not land? One small mistake only. Everybody knows it. You see. Then even if some other glitches come, balancing all of that, how to make the landing successful? That manana samartha they became. Therefore, the project would become successful. In that way, everybody, somebody like Gurudev, he has become Manana Samartha in how to take the scriptural knowledge to the world. Through that Samarthya of the Manana, he got all the ideas, projects. He went on executing, he accomplished what he wanted to. Two examples we give. So, to a person wanting to start a factory. So, Manana Samartha Bhavati. With the Samarthya, which place, what factory, what investment, what products, all that Manana Samarthya उनको मिल जाएगा. देखो ये मनन समर्थ मिलेगा ऐसा बताया हमने एग्जाम्पल्स दिए. ये मनन सामर्थ्य कहाँ यूज करेगा? इट डिपेंड्स ऑन हिज चॉइस और ईश्वरा's choice. So to Mahan Bhavati, that is general sentence, but in which parlance becomes Mahan Bhavati? So to प्रतिष्ठावान भवति. किसका प्रतिष्ठा बनेगा? प्रतिष्ठावान इज जनरल सेंटेंस. कहाँ का प्रतिष्ठावान बनेगा? द फील्ड चोजन बाय हिम. That way you have to understand the upasanas and follow Shruti. Tat pratishthed upasana pratishthavan bhavati. Tanmahitva mahan bhavati. Tanmanisa manavan bhavati. Then one or two more are there. Let us meet tomorrow to study that. Okay. Then there will be lot of question answers. हाँ, एक दो दिन लगेगा उसको या एक दिन में हो जाएंगे. थैंक यू. ओम 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 Om, 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 Om. These upasanas are so essential that in Brahman we saw the world and got lost. Now in the world we see the Brahman and regain ourselves. पक्का उपासना है। कर करके हमारे हृदय अंतरालों में जो जगत की वासनाएं हैं, they have to be replaced by the Brahma samskar, so that the effect of Maya and mind and senses and faculties is not so much overpowering to present the world instead of Brahman. वो उनका ताकत नहीं रहना चाहिए. Otherwise, they are so powerful to superimpose the world of names and forms on the Brahman and make us believe. That's what we are at this stage, which is called as ignorance and delusion. Technically, avidya and moha. Through this upasana of everything is Brahman, the moha goes away, avidya goes away. They won't overpower us to make us accept the world as real more than Paramatma. No, Paramatma alone is real. On him, the world is only projection. So to reach to this level, these upasanas help. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamada Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Today's topic was a little Gambhiram. I don't know how you received it. Listen twice more.